Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 7 and 8. Now we're going to do two demonstrations today at the same time. Well, not at the same time, one after the next. Someone's asked me, we post these demonstrations just about everywhere. So these demonstrations are posted on our Facebook. They're posted on our main website. Actually, we're designing a page on our website that will be actually having a lot of our live demonstrations that'll be showing. And my search engine is freaking insane. I've had my website for about 11 years, so it pretty much is just about everywhere. So anyway, we're going to be also posting this on a couple of forum sites also. So first things first, let's get this one off. And let's come over here and show you what we're going to do first. Now, I told you I had an older projector. This right here is my Sony VP. If you can try to find it, it's a very old projector. But it's a Sony VPL X1000. Now, this projector has 1100 lumens. It's 720p. It's XGA. And this projector is so old. Look at the back of it. I'm using an HDMI with audio converter. This allows me to run my Chromecast. Don't try running the PS4, it will not work. But this is perfect for people who have projectors that do not have HDMI ports. That is the best adapter I've ever seen for HDMI. And it does have an audio port, which I found kind of strange on some of the other ones that I purchased did not have audio ports. All right, so this allows me to run my Chromecast right to the back of my older projector, and this is how old this projector is. Now, I had a few people, we posted a few of these videos up on Facebook. We have some Facebook channels that we are and groups and stuff, and on audio video that we're involved in. And one of the customers popped in and said, hey, look, if you're using this on a 4300 lumen projector, and my projector is only 1500, how's that going to help me? So, like I said, we're using a fully lit environment, some lights out, projector here and here on 1100 lumens. I explained to you on 1100 lumens or on 4300 lumens. The reason why people buy a projector with a lot of lumens is because lumens will start to drop before it actually hits the screen. There is no such thing as a projector that starts off with 43 and ends at 43. No, it doesn't happen. Lumens will start to drop as it gets to the screen, and then depending on what you have in the environment will cause those lumens to drop even faster. White walls generate a ton of light, white floors, white ceilings, they generate a ton of light. So that is definitely going to start killing your lumen count before it actually makes destination to the screen. The screen has to pull enough a high enough gain, a bright enough image for you to have a picture come back at you that looks decent or better than decent. All right, so we're going to take out the lights because I want this to be a fair demonstration. I'm going to show you what's going on right there. Now, that right there is a projection screen surface that I purchased off Amazon. The merchant claimed it to be a black projection screen that you could stretch over top a wooden frame or anything you wanted to have your own high contrast black screen. I paid $60 for that piece of material. So I decided to drape it over our screen. Now, I've seen demonstrations of people saying, hey, if you get a black screen paint, this is going to be the results. Now, I'm explaining something to you. It's not our screen paint. If it's not our screen paint, you can't stick us into that category because our screen is black. I'm going to prove to you in this demonstration, not all black screens are the same. Now, one of the advantage points that our black technology has, it has the ability to pull high white levels. And as I said before, white levels are very important. So I did this demonstration already on YouTube. I'm going to do it live so you can see it for yourself. So there's no talk of, oh, anything was edited or this, that, and the other. You'll see it as it is. All right. Now, as I said before, any black surface can pull contrast. As you're seeing, this is our technology. This is the screen I brought off Amazon. They're both pulling an equal amount of contrast, right? All right. So let's go over to wherever I buried my phone in my environment. Let me see if I just did the phone. Phone had all the videos on it. Oh, there it is over there. So over here. All right, so let's bring my phone over here because I have all my videos on here. And we're going to go down one by one. And first things first, we're going to do another black contrast demonstration. This is a screensaver, black contrast with white lines. And as you can see, both screens are producing contrast. And as you look at the other screen, you're thinking, well, it's producing white lines. The white lines look fantastic. I don't see anything wrong. It's producing the same as your screen. All right. I love doing the eye opener. All right, now let's come over here and let's grab my famous star field demonstration. We'll do a star field. Let's fill over to the side. There's the star field right there. As I said, any screen can pull, any black surface can pull contrast. So get a good look at it. I had to get up early in the morning so we don't have a lot of light pushing through. Thank goodness I have that giant screen out there that blocks out the light coming through. So that way, in the morning when it comes up, light seeps all around it, and this place lights up pretty good. All right. Get a chance to look at it. Now, let's go do a white screensaver. This is an all-white screensaver. At the bottom, you'll see all-white screensaver. There you go. Not all black screens are the same. So when someone comes up and says, hey, look, if you get a black screen paint, it is going to have a darker image, and it's not going to be to produce white levels. This is the video that proves, and a lot of people don't want to accept it, but this is a live demonstration showing you that our screens produce a higher white level than the average black screen. Not only that, the technology that we developed behind the Supreme 8, the true ambient light rejection screen paint, has a very interesting color coded to it. Now that color coded is black, but it's a different interesting shade of black that was designed to keep people from trying to mimic our product online by saying, hey, look, I can take any kind of black paint, stick it inside of a container and say, hey, look, voila, that's their paint. Can't do that because it has an interesting color to it. And if that color doesn't match what we have over here, then we know something's wrong. But just look at this. Both surfaces were black, correct? Both surfaces were pulling up contrast, but only one surface pulls up a brighter and whiter image. Because you have people out there that think that they can take a black surface or put some kind of black coating on or whatever they do to it, or I don't know. I've seen people use black paint. I've seen people use black plexiglass, and they think they're going to get the same reaction. And what happens is when they do contrast demonstrations, yes, they're going to be to pick up black contrast, it's a black surface. When they try to do a demonstration that involves white levels, that's when the screen starts to fail. That's why when I see a lot of demonstrations being done on gray screens, light gray screens or white screens, they will only pick bright, high colors only. When it has something to do with any kind of ambient light they're trying to put into the room. They will never do a contrast demonstration. If you ask them to put on a jet black screensaver, they won't do it. And here we're doing a white screensaver versus a black piece of material that's supposed to be a projection screen I purchased from Amazon for around like 60 bucks. All right, so let's go over here so we can see the angle. So you can see it for yourself. That is the difference between our technology and any black screen out there on the market. As a matter of fact, at the bottom of the comment section, we did the same demonstration with a Supreme 7 using everyday black house paint. Our technology is different. So that keeps people from coming and saying, hey, look, I'm just going to take some black paint, smear it down the side of the screen and say, hey, this is how all black screens react. No, they don't. Let's come over here. And that's an all-white screensaver. So my challenge to any black screens out there, any white screens, I actually check black screens too, to do the exact same demonstration. Put a black screen next to your black screen and see if you pull up a higher white level. How do your white levels do? And for those of you who have gray and white screens, I want you to do the challenge of pulling up a black contrast screen. Put a black piece of paper. Doesn't make a difference when it comes to a gray-white screen. Just want to show that you can match that black piece of paper. Put that black piece of paper in the center of your screen, do a black screensaver, and see if you can, if your gray or white screen can pull up a black contrast color level to match that black piece of paper. All right, so let's go in and let's grab ourselves another demonstration. Now, I'm not worrying about how many people we get to view the video. I'm not worrying about how many likes we get on the video. This is just hardcore proof that we display on our websites, that we display on our, we got about 16 or 17 social media Facebook groups we're involved in that we broadcast these videos to. So it just gives other people an eye-opener and thinking, gee whiz, well, this technology is definitely way different than anything I've ever seen, because you got people out there that'll constantly say, hey, if you get a black screen, your white levels are going to suffer. This is a live demonstration showing you that, no, when you use our technology, it doesn't. Let me show you over here. This right here is the paint that does it all. This right here is a Supreme 8 True Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint. And look at this. And I've had customers call me up and say, hey, I try to use a black screen paint, I try to do that, and the color just comes out murky and dirty when it comes to white levels. All right. Let's grab something with some beautiful clouds, some bright white clouds. Now, before anybody says, well, it's not fair because this surface is not smooth, it didn't affect it when I was doing contrast. Now, we're going to put in an all black screensaver. Let's put up an all black screensaver. An all black screensaver. All right. This is an all black screensaver. It's on right now. So my challenge to anyone that has a gray screen or white screen, our challenge is to take a black piece of paper, stick it in the middle of your screen, put on a black screensaver, and match that black piece of paper in the center of that screen. Can't do it because you can't pull contrast. So we'll come over here, we'll grab ourselves another video on black levels with a little color to it. All right, now go back from our selection and we'll pull up our all white screensaver. This is how much confidence I have in my technology, that I can take an all white screensaver and hit my screen with it and show you that our screen can pull a higher white level. So you can just get a good look at this. That's the difference between our technology and any black screen on the market. Our screens can generate white light. And there you go. That's a $60 screen I picked up from Amazon. It's an all black screen. So it's designed to give you an all black projection screen. $60 screen. It can pull contrast, can't pull white levels. Let's go over and let's grab another one. We're going to do this back and forth so we all can get a good understanding. You need a balance of both. If you don't have a balance of both, the image becomes distorted. You lose angle gain. White levels are very important. Those out there that are making black screen paints, you should know that. It's not about contrast. It's about contrast, yes, I can't say that. But it's about white levels. That's where you get your natural skin tones from. That's where the image doesn't come out muddy or dirty. All right, so we'll go back and we'll hit the black contrast demonstration. Now, some screens have too high of a black level. They call it oversaturation of too much contrast. That's where the screen is producing so much of a high black level that a white level just gets overpowered. You have to have a perfect balance. Now, see, our screen can produce black. Not a problem. But let's go switch over to the all-white screensaver. Can't produce white levels. So this $60 piece of material that's claiming to be a black screen can't produce white levels. There you go. So I did this one already, just want to do it live. All right, so we're going to come over here. I'm going to disconnect my projector here. And this puts an end to, oh, hit the wrong one. This puts an end to people who want to come up and say, hey, look, if you get a black screen paint mix, then one of the problems you're going to have is the fact that your image is going to come out dirty and it's going to come out this, that, and the other. Not all black screens are the same. They're just not. They're not the same. All right, let's turn our lights on. All right, so let's go over to the Sony 1100 lumen projector. You can see how far it's sitting from my screen. We're going to do this in a fully lit environment, lights on or lights off. Let's power this up. This projector right here is 1100 lumen 720p. It is literally so old that the projector only has a 4.3 ratio. Can't say widescreen because 4.3 isn't widescreen. So you look at our screens over there. Our screens are black. They're just a different shade of black. A lot of people don't realize that black comes in multiple shades. That is a custom color design for our screen, our paint. Can't go to Home Depots and Lowe's and pick up that paint. That paint was actually, that pigment, that color that turns that paint that certain color was actually customized for us. So you want to come out of here. And we're going to pull up, because I've had people say, hey, look, they're wondering if they have a screen that is, they have a projector that is lower than the massive 4300 lumen projector that we're using in our demonstration. And somebody came and said, hey, look, what if my projector is like 1500 lumens, or maybe if it's 1200 lumens, can I still use your product? It's a black screen. Is it going to be able to pull up a high enough level? So here we are. Half of the screen is painted gray, as you can see over here, light gray. The other half is painted white. And there you go. At 1100 lumens, this is 1100 lumen projector, 720p. Look it up yourself. Look at the model number if you can find it. If you can find it, that's how old the projector is. If you can find it. It's an old projector. Very old. I got it off of eBay for around, I paid around off eBay, I paid around $45 for it. That's all I paid for it. And it's 1100 lumens. So this is what our screens have, something called a Supreme 8. Supreme 8 is the gain of the screen. This is the engineered gain that we designed. Doesn't go by the 1.1 or 2.0 or 3.0 or none of that nonsense. We engineered our own gain. That's why we can take our screens outside and do demonstrations when other screens won't do that. As a matter of fact, the last live demonstration that I will be doing, we'll be doing a bit of a challenge. So this same screen right here is going to be going outside today. And we're going to do this demonstration. We're going to bring out a big boy projector, high enough projector, so any projector will fit in that category. And we're just going to challenge any screen out there to do the exact same demonstration we're going to do out there. And feel free to post your demonstration at the bottom of the comment section. So that's at 1100 lumens, and this is a really bad projector. At 1100 lumens, 720p. So for those who've been asking about, hey, if I have a projector that's 1500 lumens, I have a projector that's 1800 lumens, can I use it on your, can I use this on your screen paints? Because we have been using the big 43 over there. Yes, you can. And as you can see, there's no dark environments, not plenty of light in the environment as it should be. It should be nice and bright in here. And if you look at the other screen, there's a white screen right here. Like I said, not much different from a white wall. And over here we have the gray screen. As I said before, not much difference from a white wall, but only our image will pull up. And we can do this on 1100 lumens. Now I'll take my trot upstairs. So I can hit my light switch. Let me take the lights out. So we can give the white screen and the gray screen a fighting chance. Pull an image. And as you see, the colors don't suffer. They're not too dark. They don't become black. The reason why, like I said, when I showed you in the demonstration, along with this one, the screens can pull high white levels. So they can pull high white levels. It means you can still have contrast, but we can have bright, beautiful colors that balance out with it also. Because it can separate the two. You can have white levels, bright white levels that produce brighter, more vivid, better colors, but also too, we have that dark contrast that you don't get this mess from. All right, let's go in and we're going to do something really fun here. Now, my projector here has a 400:1, sorry, 400:1 contrast. That's it. So it doesn't have a very high contrast level. And this is one of the things that was brought up in the conversation on that forum site. Someone was saying, well, you know, my projector doesn't have a very high contrast ratio. It's like 400:1. He had a 400:1. This projector has an 800:1 contrast. The Sony has around, I say, somewhere between 3,000 to 1 in contrast. I checked on that one. The Optima GT 5500 has a 20,000 to 1. This projector right here has a 400:1 contrast. When you have a black screen, it makes no difference what your contrast level is. You will always produce a black level. But some people believe that if you have a high enough contrast level on your projector, you will be able to produce a black image, a true black image. You're not going to get a black image. Now you see the difference here? It's gray there. That's the gray screen. There's the white screen. And that's a $45 Sony projector. So we got the lights off. There you go. You'll look from there. We got the lights off. Let's throw our lights on at 1100 lumens. And let's see what we get. There you go. At 1100 lumens, fully lit environment, you can't even see the star field. Because we're not at 1100 lumens. We lost a lot of lumens when we turned that projector on. You had a better chance of seeing that screen with some of the star field with the lights off. Lights on, look at the distance of where the projector's sitting. By the time it makes contact with that screen, only the black image is going to pull up at 1100 lumens. So I don't have to have 4300. I don't have to use any of these big boys I got over here. I can use my cheap little Sony projector over here. It's so old. Look at it, S-video jack, audio video components. That's an adapter I had to plug into my VGA so I can run my Chromecast. This is how old this thing is. It only does 4.3. It's a very old projector at 1100 lumens. All right, we're having a ball here. Let's go in and let's pull up a fireplace scene that requires contrast. You know, with the lights on, black fades faster. It fades extremely fast. But, you know, 1100 lumens, traveling all the way from here and hitting the screen and pulling up an image from way back there. Angle. Over top. You know, take a run upstairs again. Okay, I'm getting a workout here. See my screen right there? And we'll take out the lights because I got to be fair, because you're going to have some of you saying, well, hey, Ken, it's not fair. You got the lights on, and that gray screen and white screen does not stand a chance with the lights on. Well, guess what? You just answered your own question on why you're going to be sitting in the dark when you use one of those screens. That's why. Even with the lights out, still not going to get it. So we have less ambient light that's going to take away lumens from the projector at 1100 lumens. And yet you still can't get the picture. You know, the funny thing about this is, the real interesting part, last video I had a 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio Optima GT55 down here, ultra short throw. 3600 lumens, and it was sitting less than a foot away from the screen. This thing is sitting back around 10 to 11 feet back from my screen at 1100 lumens, and it's pulling a contrast image where the white screen and gray screen's not doing it. All right, let's put on the Batman scene, because I particularly like that one because I like the scenery because it's nice and dark. We'll run that back again. That way we're not selecting certain videos that will do well with the screen. And that's one of the things I don't like when I watch demonstrations. I told you before, anytime you watch a demonstration involving a light screen or a white screen, mark my words, if they're going to show any form of ambient light in the environment, they will always use bright, beautiful, vivid colors. They will never show contrast because the screen cannot produce contrast. They will stay with videos that they're comfortable in their field that will make their screen look amazing. I'm not going to do that here. I didn't do that on a demonstration here. Pulled up an all-white screensaver. So let's go over here and let's pull up the Batman tumbler scene on our 1100 lumen projector. And this just goes to show you that you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money for a projector because, hey, it has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. You don't have to pay for that. My projector has 400 to 1. You don't have to go with a projector that has a massive amount of lumens because you fear that if you turn the lights on, that your screen is going to start, the lumens are going to start to drop. And even if you have the lights out, a lot of people say, hey, turn the lights out, turn the lights out. Sorry to go on and on people about this. But for those of you who know this, you know, you can just mute me. Those you don't, you just get your chance to understand that some people feel because the lights are on that their screen stands a better chance. No, you are getting a faded image from your projector. That's what you're getting. This is the wake-up call. So anyone's out there showing you a gray screen or a white screen, you're not getting contrast. The only reason why the screen looks like it has contrast, doesn't have contrast, or it looks fantastic, because it doesn't have black technology sitting next to it. Let's get up close. You can see this for yourself. Because I had a few people come to my channel after the video was shot and posted and said, hey, look, using a 4300 lumen projector. Of course. It's going to look incredible. Oh, that's 1100 lumens right there, 720p XGA. So old, it only does 4.3. All right. We are going to pause it right about, no, let's go a little more into that. There we go, a SWAT team member. And here, man, I don't know what kind of bullets he got in that gun, but good gracious, he's hitting an armored car with a handgun. That's some real serious rounds right there. Anybody ever knows that in the video? You're denting an armored car vehicle with a handgun. Boy, Joker's got some toys for you, don't he? All right. Lights on at 1100 lumens. This is pushing the envelope, watching Batman. And those of you want to look up the projector, feel free to. There's the model number right there for you to check it out. Look it up. You don't believe me on my specifications that I'm telling you. And mind you, it's 1100 lumens. Because if someone were to tell you, hey, the black screen is too dark, it doesn't pull enough a bright enough image, you're not going to be able to see the image. You don't have our gain capability. I love it when people say this, but yet when we do demonstrations outside, and I've done Batman outside on a 180-inch screen. When we do demonstrations outside, then it's a different story. Then they start saying, well, my screen paint's not designed for outside, so and so and so. Well, if it was so dark, it wouldn't pick up outside. There's a ton of ambient light out there waiting for us. But there you go, on live. See it for yourself. 1100 lumens, about 9 to 10 feet back. Okay, you know, everything I said I was going to do, I did it. I told you I was going to come to do this, I was going to come do that. I've got no problem with backing things up. When I come back here, it's because I'm looking for another video when I do this. So we're going to do, because we already know from the demonstrations that I have displayed that bottom line is that having the lights on the screen, you're going to have a problem with seeing your screen with the lights on. So this proves this theory that the reason why when you deal with a light or white screen, this is why you have to be in the dark. You have to be in the dark. You have no choice. With our technology, you have options. You want to swap out your TV, get yourself a projector, have a real movie night at your home, watch your sports, your cartoons, whatever you want to watch. Do that in a full lit environment, not skip a beat. Take your screen outside and use it if you want to. Our screens are ultra short throw compatible. Screen paint can be painted on any surface you could possibly think of. This right here is a motorized projection screen. This is what I did in one of my demonstrations. That's a $68 projection screen I purchased off of eBay, and I turned that into a high performance ultra short throw black screen. And I've done videos of that sitting outside on my lawn, shooting videos from the balcony at 4 o'clock in the evening, watching sports highlights. Now, I guarantee you, you watch a demonstration from Elite Screens, Black Diamond, DMP Supernova, let's name a couple of the big boy screens. I guarantee you, bar none, that they're not using a projector like this. Tell me when you've gone in and watched a demonstration on SL screens and they're using a Sony projector that's 720p, 1100 lumens. They're not doing that. They're using high power projectors. And before someone says, well, you use high power projectors also, yeah, I use high power projectors. But I can also switch them coming to 1100 lumens. Let me get all the way back here. Oops, I'm tripping over the power surger. We don't want to do that. Let's sit right behind the screen, right behind the projector, so we can get that view. I love what I do. I love what I do for a living. I do. I've been doing this for about 11 years and no noob at it. A lot of research. Any angle you choose. Now the reason why I do that is because I move the camera back. A lot of people ask me questions like, why do you move the camera back and forth? Because you have screens out there that have something called a narrow viewing cone. So what happens is you take the screen, you move the camera to the side, you move an angle, you come off that that viewing cone, the screen becomes black. Doesn't make a difference if you have your lights out. You're still going to pick up a faded image. This is a black screensaver. The background is completely black. Has a white line running through it, so you can see that basically there is an image there. My projector here, as I said before, has a 400:1 contrast ratio. 400:1, which means it doesn't make a difference on what ratio count you have on your projector. Doesn't make a difference. You will always have the ability to be able to produce a black contrast, no matter what. And think about that. You go to eBay right now, you can grab any projector. Now, not the cheap knockoffs. Please stay away from those. We hate those projectors. But any cheap projector. You can get a $45, $75, $150 NEC. Doesn't make a difference if the contrast level is extremely low. You will always pick up black contrast no matter what. Now, you see how the color pops? See how the color gets, you get a real beautiful, vivid color? That's what black does. Watch when it peers off into the lighter screen. Some people have you believe that that's a brighter image. It's a faded image. See how the greens get darker, more vivid? Then they start to fade as they hit the white areas. I'm tired, to tell you the truth. I got some big changes coming to my company in about a year or so. Big changes. All right, we'll turn this doohickey off right here. Like I said, if you care to look it up, please do, because I found very little information on this bad boy, because it is literally that old. I know it was manufactured in 1999. About 1999 is when it was manufactured. I do know that. It's an old one. It's an old boy. And that's why I got it, because I was trying to find a projector of 1100 lumens. And they're both the same. I mean, it's a VLP Sony over here. This is also a VLP Sony. But I was trying to find a projector of 1100 lumens. But I didn't want a piece of garbage. Because usually, I think some really trashy ones, the fake ones. I want the real deal. Can't get any more real than Sony. So, that's why I went with the Sony projector right there. Alright, that being said, I am done for the day. Today's supposed to be a relaxed day for me, because I have trying to get some rest. I got a lot of things to do for tomorrow. We're going to do the outdoor demonstration. Don't worry about that. That's going to pop up. We're going to do the outdoor challenge. Now, some people don't like to hear this, but I'm sorry. You got to be the back of what you do. You know, I can back up and tell you that not all screens are, and all black screens are the same. I can show you that our screens can produce a higher white level. See that? Lights on. Lights off. So I can come over here. This is a, like I said before I sign off, that is a black projection screen, 60 bucks. I purchased over at Amazon. It's supposed to be a black screen. It does produce contrast because it is black, but problem is it can't produce white levels. As I said before in a lot of my demonstrations, any black surface can produce contrast. Bigger question, can it produce white levels? That's why we show that image of those fish on that 1100 lumen projector. The background was pulling contrast, but the fish were still bright and vivid. They weren't dirty and it wasn't muddy. That's because the screen can pull white levels. So next time somebody shows you a video and says, hey look, all black mixes, all black screen paints come up dirty, well, you don't have our technology. We're different. I can come in here and show you a video live of a black screen versus our black screen on white levels. Now, here's the real kicker. Can you take your gray screen or white screen or whatever you may have and take a black sheet of paper, stick that in the middle of your screen and put on an all black contrast screensaver demonstration, and can your black levels on your gray screen or white screen either match that black surface or overpower it, which you can't overpower it because it's black, but can you match it? If you can't, that means your contrast levels aren't there. But we could do it here on a black screen versus black. There you go. Yeah, it has a different shade to it. I told you when we developed the Supreme 8, because we had individuals that were basically taking our product and putting black paint and saying, hey, look, this is our product because it's black, it's black. So what we did was when the Supreme 8 was developed, I have a friend who's a chemist over in Japan. He basically designed us a customized pigment, some kind of dye that we can drop into any kind of white base formula, and it actually alters it to a special color that only we have. And that's why nobody can figure out the color. It looks black, it looks gray, but it is black because it does pull contrast, but it also pulls white levels at the same time. But that's not the only thing. It's not just the pigment. There's something else in it too. Something very special that we put in here to be able to have these screens generate images outside. Pull images on 1100 lumen projectors. Pull higher white levels. Something very different about it. I'm going to give you a little hint real quick. There's going to become a day, one day, where you may never see this ever again. This technology may disappear forever. I always say take advantage of something before it goes away. You know, it reminds me like, you know, all the action figure toys I used to have back in the day. I thought to myself, if only if I took care of them. You know, my original He-Man, my original G.I. Joes, my Transformers. If I was one of those kids that just kept everything in the package instead of taking them outside and strapping a freaking firecracker to it and blowing it up. If I just took care of it, think how much money it would have been worth today if I just took care of everything my mother bought me from that era. And I was born in '51. But those toys, you can find them here and there, but they'll cost you an arm and a leg. How much does it cost for 100-inch? Well, we're having a sale on our website right now. So 100-inch right now for the paint's up to 100-inch to 120-inch, 16.9. It's around $274, and that includes free worldwide shipping. That's what it runs for. But we just want to add real quick that nothing lasts forever. I have some big investments that I placed many years ago, and they are coming to a head very soon. So I like the business and I love it. Trust me, I do. I love it with all my heart. I do. If I didn't, I wouldn't have stuck in it for 11 years. But like I said, sooner or later, everything does come to an end. And this may be buried forever and you may never see it again. So that's why I said, always take advantage of something when you see it. You know what I mean? If you have that opportunity to get it, you have the opportunity to get it. Just put it out there. I mean, my age, come on, 51 years old. I'm not going to be doing this forever. I have plans. I'm not going to be doing this forever, but I do love what I do. All right. Wait. I'm not done yet, sir. You haven't seen the part about it. So this demonstration really quick is to show off that the screen can produce high enough white levels. All right. So sorry about that. This side of the screen right here is a blackout cloth that I bought from Amazon for around $60. And this is our black technology right here. This is what I'm going to show you really quick. Before you, to show that our black screens produce higher white levels. There you go. That was the demonstration was about. I was showing off the fireplace to show you that both screens, any black screen can produce contrast. That's something any black screen can do, bar none. They can produce contrast. The hardest thing for a black screen to be able to produce is white levels. And white levels are extremely important, as in black levels are extremely important when it comes to gray and white screens. There you go. Because, you know, we have some people saying, well, you know, if I get a black screen, I don't want the image to come out dirty. I don't want it to come out faded. And for that fellow who chimed in, thank you so much. Hope you have a blessed day. So you can see how high the white image is. That's the bigger challenge. And that's something when I watch a lot of demonstrations on black screen paints, but they'll do a lot of contrast. Well, that's a given. The screen, it's going to pull contrast. It's black. The issue you have to ask yourself is it going to be able to pull a white level? It's a white level right there. And the closer you get, the dirtier it gets. Look at this. See? See the difference? White levels. We can pull white levels. That's the sad part about it. Now this guy's selling these screens right here, claiming that they're true black. They pull out. They pull contrast. Of course they pull contrast, but they can't pull a white level. Because when you get right down to it, you just see what you just see, a black, dirty image. But if you look at our technology and you get down to it, it's bright. Now, this is an eye-opener for those who want to fake demonstrations on our technology or basically label us in the category of other people by saying, hey, all black mixes, all black screens do the same thing. No, they don't. There you go. All right. I hope you all enjoyed the video demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for your time. You all have a blessed day. The screen paint is available on our website. It does have free worldwide shipping. We will ship to you anywhere in the world for free. Doesn't make a difference where you live. As long as it's not Mars or something like that, we can't ship there. But we can ship it to you anywhere in the anywhere in the world for free. We are having a holiday sale on our website. Keep in mind, this screen paint is ultra short throw compatible for those of you who have ultra short throw projectors. You've been emailing me quite a bit asking me, can you use ultra short throws? Yes, you can. The screen paint is fully weatherproof. You can use it for outdoor, which we are going to be doing a demonstration on outdoors, doing the demonstration outdoors. Evening hours, probably between 4 o'clock in the evening, we're going to be starting up the demonstration. We will be taking outside the half and half screens right here. Also, too, check out when you get a chance when this video ends, you can rewind and go back and check out the low lumen projector of 1100 lumens used in the demonstration with lights on and lights off, showing that you don't have to have a high power projector. And also doesn't make a difference if your projector has a high contrast, which I see a lot of people talking about. You can go with low contrast, doesn't make a difference. You will always pull a black level. All right, thank you for your time. I have to go. You all have a blessed day.